So the links are on our Twitter. Yeah. Maybe she has the night off. I'm like, don't be scared. Okay,
Hey, oh, never mind. Jenna, never mind. Jess.
All right. Hey, Les, I've got Coach here for you. You just turn up the volume here so you can hear him. All right.
Hey, Jenna.
You got me, Les?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure you could hear me on your end.
Hey.
Hey, Jen, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm good. Pretty good now. It's been too long.
I bet. I bet. What was it like being back out on the court with your team competing tonight?
It was great. I mean, this team has been so much fun to coach, and even through this difficult time of the pandemic and everything else that's going on as of late, they're just they enjoy being in the gym. They like to smile and laugh and joke, but we wanted to play a game. Like, we haven't played since December 20th, and to be honest, the taste in our mouth still from that game is sour. We felt like we did some things that we should have won that one, and we wanted to get back out on the court and kind of get that rust out. And, I thought the first quarter we showed a little bit of that rust, but really responded well. And once our juices got flowing.
Ivana obviously had a terrific game. What does she have working? I mean, a double-double, led the team in scoring and rebounding. Seemed like she had kind of everything working except for picking up that last foul.
Yeah, I think early she was, all of our kids I thought were pushing a little bit, and we had some open looks that we just didn't knock down. And I think as she, as the whole team kind of just decided, let's move the ball a little bit more and let it come to us, I felt like we really kind of settled in and took some open shots versus trying to kind of take a more difficult shot or try to get fouled. And we really just told them, focus on finishing. Like, don't worry about the foul or the not foul. Just focus on getting a shot that you can make and knocking it down. And then the work on the boards, I thought Christina Moore just carried us early on the boards. And then once they kind of started keying in on her, that frees up Ivana. And I can't talk enough about Gina Conte getting 7. I jokingly said in there, that's probably a career high for her on the boards because we've been kind of begging her to rebound. So, I thought we just really responded all the way around against a really tough team that just is gritty and tough and athletic and just keep coming at you no matter what.
You mentioned something I was going to ask you about already, the advantage on the boards. It does really impressive. What was the key to that, Jen?
Well, it's been an emphasis since Christmas. Since the day they got back, we have done a box out drill every single day, because every team I've ever had here has been really in the top 5 in conference and most rebound and statistical categories. But when you look at some of those teams, Erica Hamby was a pretty good rebounder. Alex Sharp was a pretty good rebounder. And so I knew this year that was a concern for me because we'd had a little bit of a luxury of those kind of dominating rebounders. And, I thought Ivana really stepped up last year on rebounding, and we've really challenged more with, we need more boards from you. And then that our guards, all 3 of them, and Alex Scruggs, I felt like really just didn't get it going tonight because of some of the foul trouble, but we need those other guards now to take on more of a responsibility and accountability on the boards, both, especially on the defensive end. So I think again, we as a staff have made more of an emphasis of it, because we feel like we've got to get better at that if we want to do the things we want to do in this conference. We can't, and when I look at it and I see that we were plus 8 on the boards, like, that was huge for us. My goal was for us to be +1 every quarter, just because we've been minus on the boards. And last year we were -13 and -6 to them on the boards. And so I knew that was going to be a big emphasis for us. Did you freeze? Oh no, you're there. He may have froze. Can you hear me, Les?
We're good on our end. Let me text him. See if he's okay. I don't think so.
Definitely froze.
Yeah.
He just left. He may come back.
Okay.
I can also call him if I need to, or FaceTime him. Do they got us a new game? Oh. Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's fine. Well, just check with Dane. I think it's his scout that he feels like we'll be able to give them enough. I think we would, because he's got all morning until 12 to get it too. And it doesn't have to be everything, so 11. And they don't have to be taped for that because it's a walkthrough again. So now if some of them want to get a workout in, so hey Les.
Sorry about that, Jen.
No,
I think
that's
it's
okay.
my internet tonight. I'm sorry. It's kind of random.
Did you hear any of it?
You're lagging on me right now. So let me ask a question and you can answer. And in case I like zone out again, it at least gets in the record. You didn't get much from your bench tonight. So what's the concern as you roll over and go into Sunday when you didn't get like a ton of minutes nor a ton of production, and you got to get back in that groove now where you're playing 2 games a week?
Yeah, I mean, our bench is more than qualified, and I think those kids are just kind of etching at the bit to try to get a shot out there, and I think it's just tough because your first game back is tough on everyone, and when you're coming off the bench, you don't get as much time to kind of get that rust off. And so I think that becomes hard, but I was really proud. I thought Anaya Horde gave us some good minutes tonight. And when you look at them, it's just some of these kids, like they didn't have the luxury of 5 and 6 non-conference games, 7, 8, 9 non-conference games. Every game we've played, we played 2 top 25 teams to start the season. We played a Davidson team that's undefeated in their conference. We played a Charlotte team, and we haven't had any games where I felt like we could get some of those kids some run. I mean, Demir Hines has been making just strides, and tonight it was just a tight enough game that Mora was playing so well. And we've got to continue to. Those kids are working their tails off. There's kids who are in the offices doing film, getting extra shots up. They're going to get their opportunity. It's just when and how do you get them more of a stretch of opportunity of minutes to kind of make the best of it.
Yeah, when did everybody get back from Christmas, and then how many days did you get to prepare for this? You had probably close to a week, right?
Yeah, we got back on the 26th. Everyone had to be back on the 26th for 2:00 COVID testing. And then they were in isolation for 48 hours where we couldn't see them, couldn't do anything with them. And then for 3 days, we could only work out with 6 kids at a time. So we it wasn't until the 30th before we were doing team practices. And at that point, we thought we were playing Florida State still on January 3rd. And so, kudos to them. The first 3 days of practice was probably the toughest practices they've had because we ran practice with 6 players. So there were no subs. It was 3-on-3. And if we were doing a drill of 4, there were only 2 people out and they were rotating in. And so, we gassed them pretty quick in those first couple of days. And then by the time we got to the team practices, I think they were excited that the whole team's together and they really did a good job pushing each other. This team has been phenomenal about that. Those that aren't getting a lot of minutes are still doing a phenomenal job preparing us because we don't have scout guys this year. And right now we didn't have, we don't have other staff members that can help us practice. My one assistant had hip surgery, so she can't help us in practice anymore. So, it's just, it doesn't always show in a stat line what they're doing, but they're pushing each other and they're believing in each other and they're really helping each other. And right now that's going to mean a lot to this team and down the road in a month from now.
Well, Jen, that's all I got, man. Thank you so much for your time.
Appreciate you.
Congrats on the win. Look forward to seeing you Sunday.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jen.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Andrew. Hey, Andrew, if you're there, can you send me a copy of the video because mine sucked. So
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I'll send it to you.